Welcome to Zen-Dragon. I'm Michael and I'm here with Kristian A K Mogensen, who's a martial artist pursuing a career in stunts. In a moment we'll get to an interview, but first he's gonna demonstrate how to take a hit without getting hit. Alright?
Yeah, alright. If the cameraman will move over there, like, yeah, and bit down, lower angle, exactly. Alright, just gonna test if you can reach me with your leg. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Alright. Then you're gonna do the roundhouse kick to my face and come as close as you can with as much speed as possible, but still control and do the acting at the same, do the face acting.
Yeah.
Sure. And then I'm gonna move my head. When you kick me, I'm gonna move it this way and then back again in a fast motion. But when I do it, I'm gonna turn my hips and I'm gonna swing my arms. So it's not only my neck I'm turning. It's gonna hurt if I do it a lot of times. So if we try,
yeah.
All right?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So Kristian, tell me, how did you get into martial arts to begin with?
To begin with, I was very interested in martial arts movies. My brother, he came home one day with a videotape with a Bruce Lee movie called Game of Death 2.
Ah.
I later found out that it was not Bruce Lee in that movie, but I really liked the way they fought in the movie. Like the choreography, I thought it was really amazing. And at that point I hadn't seen anything like that before. So I was just amazed by the acrobatics and the kicks and the punches and the reactions. So from there on I just thought that was karate. That was the only martial art I knew. So I thought I wanted to study karate and be able to do that stuff. So I asked my parents if I could go to karate class, and my mother, she was very against it. She said to me that she was afraid that I would become a bully and I would just go around and punch people in the face or stuff like that. But I said I promised her that I would never be a bully and would never use it as use violence or something like that. I just wanted to learn the moves and to look that great, like the performance in that movie.
Interesting. So many people have been inspired by martial arts movies.
Yeah.
And but not a lot of people have chosen first of all to apply themselves in martial arts, and then later on to try and pursue a career in stunts. Actually, how did that come about?
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago. I think must have been like 20 years old or something. I made a movie with some guys at a school. We did movies like what do you call it, media course movie making, and we wanted to make a very special movie. It's like a martial arts movie, but with horror, like zombie horror, and Star Wars lightsaber fights combined with the Jackie Chan kind of martial arts, because at that point I had moved along from the early Bruce Lee movies to Jackie Chan and also some American movie, of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bloodsport and Chuck Norris and all kind of stuff. But then I had a view on the Hong Kong martial arts. I wanted to do something really cool like that. So I did that movie, and then one of the girls who was dating one of the guys who were, I think he was the sound guy or something, and he was also within the project. He was also the mind of creating the ideas. He had a girlfriend and she knew a guy who was a stuntman. And that guy happened to be June, which is one of my very good friends. So I met him. At that point I didn't know much about all the taking the reaction and selling it like that. I just wanted to do like but he taught me how to react and how to make it look better. So from that point on, it just really moved fast forward. Like I met another guy called Jack, which also was one of June's friends, which also was a stuntman, and he also taught me a lot of things. We did a small test fight, the three of us, where we just beat the shit out of each other, right? Like no story, just fighting. And from there on, June introduced me to their boss, Jacob. He's very skilled in the business, and he took me under his wings as well as June had done, and helped me a lot to get involved with some projects with some major martial arts stars in it. One of them was a small project here in Copenhagen.
Okay.
We did with a girl named Lauren. She was a very skilled performer, and the guy who did the choreography for the fight was a man called Stuntman. And
Stuntman.
Yeah, he's very known on YouTube. He's a great martial artist, a great kicker, has great flexibility, and just hold his legs like up in the air and stuff like that. So I met him, and along with him I also met a guy named Andy Long, who was a stunt member of JP-stunts team, Jackie Chan's stunt team. And for me, that I first heard that, I was just like, whoa, you worked for Jackie Chan and stuff like that. I just wanted to ask him a million questions, but I kept it to myself. I didn't want to push too much. So I just met those two guys, and it was like a dream come true for me. Especially Stuntman. I've watched a lot of his videos on YouTube, and wanted to learn the kicks like him and stuff like that. So I was like a small child again, just wow, that's amazing. I was like shivering in my body when I shook their hands and stuff like that.
It's really special meeting your peers, the people you used, or rather meeting the people you used to look up to, and then they become your peers actually.
Exactly. It's really amazing. Also because in some cases you meet one of your idols, and they turn out to be not as good, or maybe a bit arrogant or something like that. But in the case with Stuntman and Andy, they were really like nice people and nice, down to earth and stuff like that. So that was good for me, and they were as good as the videos on YouTube showed. So I didn't get disappointed. I was just like, you're the real deal. Like,
yeah. And I feel a lot of times in meeting martial artists, they tend to be humble and down to earth and just really good people actually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I think the people would like to know, how do you go about getting into a stunt career, if that's your dream?
Yeah, that's a difficult one, because I thought about it myself for a long time, and I actually just went on my computer and Googled stuntman to find anything. What could I do? Find a course or something, a school maybe something where I got, like here in Denmark we get paid for go to school, like we get SU, and I hope there was something like that where I could follow my passion, but I couldn't find anything. There was a school like back in the 90s, early 90s or something like that, I can't quite remember. It was the MSO, it's Martin Spang Olsen stunt school, but it was closed. So there was nothing at the point where I wanted to do this. There was no place I could do it, like, you know, go to school every day and learn stuff. I couldn't do that. So what I did, I just sat down, watched a lot of martial arts movies, like every Jackie Chan movie I could get my hand into, and just watch like every angle, how do they shoot it, like how do they do the punch, how do they do the kicks, how do they do the falls and stuff, and the actions. And I got the knowledge also from June, as I told before, but that helped me a lot to understand camera awareness, where to put the camera, at selling what technique and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think sometimes in life you just need to go out and just try and like seek the information. It's not readily available to you. That's like you said, the school was closed, and I don't know what country the people watching this video now, they may be from various situations, but if it's difficult to find a way, then create the way on your own. Even if that means watching movies and learning through that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. And you can also just watch a lot of YouTube videos, like how to do a cartwheel, how to do whatever. You can type anything, and there will be some good videos and there will be some bad videos. But try to find something that you can learn something from. And it doesn't matter you learn it from there or you go to a school. The main point is you use it for good. Like, this is a cliche to say, but never use this martial arts stuff to hurt people. Do it as a performer, as I do. I don't care. Many people can beat me up. Like, I'm not a real fighter. I just do it because I think it's very, very funny to do, and it makes me really happy to do a scene like, and you did that fall like perfect, or you did that kick really good, or something like that, and you can see it afterwards, and it really sells.
I think those are two key points. Always use your skills, whatever they may be, to not do any harm to anyone. Even if you are a fighter, I fully respect that, and also sometimes myself engage in fighting, but never do it to try and hurt the other person. Do it to try and grow from the experience. And also the second part, which was, I think I forgot actually. You said something else. Oh, now I remember. I like the part where you had emphasis on having fun and just really just having fun and seeing wherever that leads you, even if you can't see the path yet.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. I think the best way to describe it is actually like using a reference from a movie. I know, like Indiana Jones, one of those movies, Indiana Jones movies. There's a scene where Harrison Ford is gonna go over like a cliff where it's a long way down, but there's no bridge or anything like that. But the stones are like invisible, and they are only there if he believes they are there. So we have to really have confidence and believe that the stones are there, so we can step out on them. That scene really like is a good way to use a metaphor for you should just take a step, even though you don't know which way it's gonna lead. You just have a good feeling. You feel this is the right thing for me to do, and just have confidence in yourself and then do it. It takes a lot of guts sometimes, and you're gonna have to really say, okay, now I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and then most of the times I think it has worked really good for me, because like the stunt course I was on, it was also like a dream I had many years ago. I looked it up on Google, and I could see there were some stunt courses around in the world, but like in the United States or something like that. And at that point I was like, oh my god, it's a really long trip to take a course like for a week or 2 weeks, and it's very expensive. So when I got the chance to get on a stunt course, I just think I'm ready for it now, and I just took the first step, and I was really scared. I had second doubts about it for sure, but I'm so happy I did it. So that's my best advice for anyone in life in general. Just have confidence and do what you feel, what your heart says is real, and nothing else matters really.
Yeah. Even if you're failing along the way, it's preparing you for that moment where you get the chance.
Yeah, exactly. All the times you fall down, you're just gonna think, oh well, I learned that, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do it better next time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, for sure.